Well, 2023 hasn't been the best of years in my life. What with my mother being diagnosed with bone cancer back in late 2022, getting COVID back in March along with my parents, and losing my part-time retail job at Winn-Dixie, 2024 somehow became more worse with the recent passing of my mom from said cancer, and from a stroke. It was one of the most terrifying things I've experienced in my life. With the passing, the past week, while I'll miss her, I do acknowledge, though, she's no longer in pain, and she's no longer miserable, and she's up there with family. We will see her one day. I normally don't talk about my personal life here, but my mom meant a lot to me. She was an important part of my life. She was a very kind person. She was a person who would put other people above her needs. She always put me first, herself last. That's how important role she played. She was one of the best mothers you could have ever wanted or had in your life. But I got my dad still, so me and him been doing fine together. He's been hanging there, just like me. We've been doing okay. That was all the bad stuff that happened last year. Mostly why I haven't been as consistent as a content creator. That, and I have been trying to be more healthy, as well as I was in charge of looking after my mom when no one else was around during the day. As of course, I've gained a lot of weight during the COVID situation, so I had to really start dieting more, eat less, exercise more, drink water, which, if you know me, I usually drink a lot more soda, but I've been trying to do my best in terms of being healthy. A lot more than I usually have in my past years, especially when I always say, oh, I'm gonna do it, but then weeks later, I just quit it and just go back to my usual routine, which I've been doing it like once, but I have been trying to keep at it for my mom, because I know she would be proud. This year, though, I will be trying to do my best to give you guys the best possible content I could put out. Like, for instance, I could have said in the community tab, hey guys, tomorrow I'll be putting out a channel update video talking about my lows from last year and some of my plans for this year. When I could, but then I procrastinate. But then I thought about it, and I'd rather not keep doing that, because I end up either rushing it with low effort, I don't bother writing a script, it really is just me, more so me just trying to remember what I said beforehand, or what I'm thinking of, as I'm going to say it during the video, and it just looks kind of half-assed. So for now, when I say I'll be making a video, I won't be saying it until the video is actually coming out the next day. And no worries, for those said projects that I've said, like the Dead Space video, the Monster Hunter content, those are still in the works. For Dead Space situation, I've been procrastinating a little bit because I wanted to at least do the first 2 Dead Space games, but tried my hardest to like Dead Space 3. And within the first 20 minutes, I just couldn't. I always said Dead Space 3 is a bad game. People have said it, and my first experience was a demo, but finally getting to play Dead Space 3, I couldn't stomach it for 20 minutes. I'm sure it's a decent action game if you want to play with a friend, but it definitely does not feel like a Dead Space game. But I have been really enjoying Dead Space Extraction, so I at least want to say my thoughts after I finish Extraction, which hopefully I can get that done in the next 2 weeks, and I can finally give you guys the Dead Space video I promised. And it does include stuff like Rivals 2, wishlist for guest characters, and so much more I have planned. I mean, as well with this, after this video, I do have planned for something related to a recently released game called Palworld, and I have a bunch to talk about that, regarding the whole controversy between that and the Pokemon, so there you go. I also wanted to thank the people that have recently reached out, whether it's real life or you're from Discord, Twitch, any part of the internet. I want to thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. And as well, big shouts to my good friend and moderator and fellow Twitch streamer, GizmoCat11 for the card. He got people to sign. I greatly appreciate you guys. You're the best friends a person could want or have. I really mean it. Oh, some people outside surprised me. It really meant a lot. Down to more content updates. Now, I originally did plan to release a My Most Anticipated Games of 2024 vid, but I want to make it into shorts, just because there's a lot of games I'm looking forward to this year, and honestly, with that big of a list, I couldn't really do a top 10 video. And plus, I've been wanting to experiment more with the YouTube Shorts and try to get back into TikTok and create content over there. Just a short, simple, sweet to the point shorts / TikToks that explain, oh, why am I interested in this game? I as well do plan with this year, with the anticipation of Monster Hunter Wilds coming out next year. As far as streams go, I'll be going back to Monster Hunter Tri and 4 Ultimate once we're done with Wild Hearts. I want to finish them and possibly do some of the other Monster Hunter games, like the original Monster Hunter, possibly Monster Hunter DOS, 3 Ultimate, Frontier. Go back to Monster Hunter World, Iceborne, and finish the Iceborne expansion on PS5, finish Monster Hunter Rise on PS5 as well, because I bought that last year. I didn't really play much of it, aside from the PC version. I as well want to dabble in some of the other side Monster Hunter games, like replay the first Monster Hunter Stories, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and as well finally check out Monster Hunter Diaries, which is... This is funny, because when you think of this game, because it's kind of like Animal Crossing meet Dragodon, or it was some kind of game from the PSP era created by Japan Studio. It's weird because with the Animal Crossing part, when you think of it, and then you see the FromSoft logo, it's such a weird thing to think. From Software made a Monster Hunter game, it's also like Animal Crossing. As well, when it comes to that, some other things I want to tackle this year besides new releases, after buying so many games over the years and not playing them, yep, ladies and gentlemen, we're tackling the backlog. This includes games that were either A, never finished, or B, haven't gone around to. See, Gizmo, I'm gonna finish games. Because I always have that habit. I buy, but then I never get around to playing certain games. Especially this is a case where a video I want to do from like my favorite games of 2023, but I never got around to some of them, like Liza P. I finally bought that, and now I get to play it. Even stuff like Stray and Tunic, which I haven't gone around to, but I bought them. So, and plus, with me trying to save a bit more this year, tackling the backlog is not a bad idea. Especially I get to experience some franchises for the first time as well. You know? Really get to tackle that backlog. And for one last big surprise. This was originally intended to be a 1 month only thing. But with how many games I've recently got from a specific genre, I figured it would be better as a 3-month-long marathon. Starting in March till the end of May, I'll be playing through a bunch of Metroidvanias, such as Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. That'll be a first-time experience for me. It's something I've been holding off for a while because I've been hoping that they would get a remaster for Switch with proper controls that are not just forced motion control. But I'm gonna put up with it just to see what it's like. Outside of what the remastered Metroid Prime was like on the Switch. I'll be revisiting a few of the 2D Metroid games as well, Ori, Cookie Cutter, and a few other Metroidvanias you might be familiar with, including the recently released Prince of Persia game, which I've been dying to play. Experiencing the demo, it's so good, the movement's so fluid. It feels like if you took the Castlevania Metroidvania games and give them that fluid movement that you've gotten with Metroid Dread, the controls, it just feels, from my experience with the demo, it was so good. I honestly can't wait to play it in March. But that is generally it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to the Metroidvania marathon? Let me know what you are looking forward to the most. And I hope y'all have a good rest of your night, day, year, and let's make 2024 a better year. Bye!